I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok. Today, part 3 of I'm 20 years old and I fell in love with a Pattaya bar girl. I don't know how you do that, but even I didn't really come close ever to feeling emotional for a girl in Pattaya because I just knew that it was asking for trouble. But hey, some guys they fall a little bit easier or whatever. But one thing is that in the last episode I went over everything and talked about how the things that he was doing wrong and how he's breaking the rules and he's paying too much for his visa extension and he just needs to kind of sharpen up his game a little bit when it comes to Thais in general and being in Thailand. But I did ask him one thing because she's a heavy girl. I mean, I don't know what she's pushing, but me personally, I always went for women that were 50 kilos or so, and my wife is pretty small even after having our kids, and that's my preference. But and I don't know if you're into Miss Chang or whatever, if you like bigger girls, but she's a big one. She's got to be pushing probably 65, 75 kilos, something like that. She's a big girl. She's got the linebacker shoulders going on. And I'm not joking, So anyway, I asked, does she have kids? Because she's a big girl and she's kind of, like I said, on the fat side. Not that there's anything wrong with that. No, she doesn't have any kids, was his response. Well, that's what she told me. She could have 8 children for all I know. I'm going to keep dragging her along. What he did was he sent me... oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Yeah, she is a little overweight. No, she's not a little overweight. She's a lot overweight. Okay? I mean, I'm not a skinny guy, but I've always been kind of stout and muscular, and, I got a gut, but I would never be considered, like, obese. I'm just a big guy, and, I need to get rid of the belly. But she is flabby. From what I've seen, from all the pictures, and there were quite a few, she's flabby. I couldn't see any stretch marks, but the light was always dimmed a lot when we had sex. The main light would be off and the bathroom light on, whatever. The hardest part for me was getting on well with another girl. Really, really sweet, innocent girl, no tattoos. She told me I broke her heart. So he had another girl on the side lined up, and instead he went for this Porky. I probably did break her heart, and for what? A stupid cunt like this. I feel like an idiot in that respect. Now, he said that he just had a Skype call with her, and she's all, I love you, I love you. Tonight, 3 men want to go with me. I say, I no can go because I have boyfriend. I love only you. I just smiled and acted normally. She's a good actress, really good. Now, what I haven't told you is that he sent me links to his profile on Facebook, her profile on Facebook, and get this, there's an Australian guy in the picture. In the Australian guy's profile, this guy has pictures kissing this girl all over and smiling and, oh baby, I love you, I miss you. And then, of course, she has a different Facebook profile. So she has 2 Facebook profiles. One for our man Jack, and one for whoever this guy is. We'll just call him Mr. Oz. He sent me the links to these Facebook accounts, and I looked them over very closely. She's a hardcore slut. Hardcore. And I had to tell him, hey, listen, don't, I hope it doesn't hurt you, but you're asking, you want to know, man up, take the pain, there shouldn't be much because you know what kind of person you're dealing with, and he's been pretty good about it. He's he's been pretty good about it. So he sends these messages, and he says he's going to have a little talk with this other guy. Um, this girl knows that he had a shit life, and basically she just wanted to drain every penny she could from him and any other man. I tried telling her that I was good with computers and I programmed stuff, and I've been working with computers since I was a little kid. So she was smart, and she blocked him from her other profiles, and it was making it a little bit difficult for him to figure everything out. But finally, he got into some profiles that he found some profiles that she didn't want him to know. He found a profile that she didn't want him to know about. So he has since sent me a message saying that I got in contact with the other man. He laughed and said thank you because he was about to send her a bunch of money. She begged me, now listen to this. I guess he said something to her about her having this Mr. Oz on the side. She begged me, don't talk to him. He has a heart condition and he'll die if you tell him. I mean, can you believe it? It's like, no matter how many lies I expose, it's always my fault for making her upset, and somehow I am the liar. I find it all hilarious. So he's clearly gotten over her. This is in the course of how many days? 5 days. Okay. And like I said, I have spoken to him on Skype, and I've looked at numerous Facebook accounts with all the information. And, she's writing things like, love you only, baby, and, my sweetheart, I miss you. And then she'll have a little sad face. They'll do anything, some of these girls. She actually has a Facebook account, and in both Facebook accounts that she has, that we know of, she'll have one Facebook account for saying Mr. Oz, and she's sitting there, oh, I miss you, honey. And this is only for the Mr. Oz guy. And then in her other Facebook account, she's got, my love, please come back, I miss you. And she's sitting there putting on the little sad face, please, I need more money. These kind of women, they hate me. They absolutely hate me. Now, I'm married and I don't screw around because I love my wife. And I do. But, I have been in clubs, and, I used to go out when I was working in boxing. I used to go out all the time, and I went into quite a few clubs, where we did business, we talked among our crew, and, what our plans were and stuff like that, just to relax. And, it never ceases to amaze any of us just how far some of these girls will go. But, excuse me. He says, while she always knew I was not in a position to wire her cash, this was not an issue because she had money from the other guy, Mr. Oz, coming in. And who knows how many others. Her goal was just for me to take her to a few islands and pay for everything. She told me the islands are cheap to stay on, but I have stayed on islands in Asia before, and I know the opposite is usually true, especially if you're white and it's a tourist destination. Finally, you start to see the light. And I love it where in the beginning he is just gone. He's just, I don't know, what am I gonna do? My girl, I know. And then once he finds out, he turns. He's like, this bitch. I don't care at all. I'm laughing at her because I know what a lying, scummy pig she really is. And that's what she is. She's you know, I mean, hey, you can't blame her for trying to make money and everything, but you know, do it the legit way. If she wants to be a slut and she wants to be a bar girl, open your legs, have sex, get it done, get your money, get on the road. You don't want a guy lying and cheating to you, well, he don't want a girl lying and cheating to him. So, I don't have any bad feelings or animosity over this. I know there are plenty of good women in Thailand, but Pattaya is not a place to find them. The whole thing makes me laugh. The few thousand baht I gave her was worth the experience. When I told you I gave her 1,000, I meant in increments of 1,000. So every time you go with her, where we throw her 1,000 baht, which ain't much, but it adds up, especially when you're going out and you're taking her to some island or whatever. I'm just glad to have left Pattaya without getting robbed, arrested, or boxing some Russian. Plus, hopefully I didn't contract HIV. Well, let's hope not. Again, thank you for your help. I hope it wasn't too much. In this case, I was happy to help, and I'm very happy to see that, at least for now, there's a young guy who has seemingly seen the light, and he knows now just how harsh these girls can be. I mean, you think about it. He poured his heart out to her. He told her, honey, I've had a tough life. I'm sure you've got a tough life. Maybe, you know, we got something we can connect with, you know. My father passed away when I was young, and blah, blah, blah. He went on, and, you know, he thought he struck up a friendship with her as you know, as well as you know, a love affair, and basically she just lied through her teeth and smiled all the while. And what I told him in the end before hanging up was, dude, you deserve better. Just wake up, man up from this experience, understand that you can get better, and put this fat pig behind you, because, you know, who knows what kind of charm she had. You know, maybe she gave good head. I don't know what the deal was, but something attracted him to her, and he said that she had plenty of guys that liked her. So, you know, there's some men who like some meat on a girl, and, you know, whatever, okay, to each his own. But obviously her character was not exactly of a woman that you want to be married to. So hopefully everybody has got something from this series. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di la cherkan mai.